And we are back with another thrilling edition of the Doin Alright podcast here at Crown Global Media. We brought to you by our good friends at Ownwell. Thank y'all very much. What's our holiday plan? Let me just tell you what my plans used to be when I was a lone YouTuber by myself and I wasn't working for big entities, Brian. My mindset was if the banks close, I'm closed. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like federal
just can't cash them checks you're getting, huh?
Federal holidays, I'm just going not gonna be able to do it, Brian. But boy, Cowboys and Crown Global probably work a little different, Brian.
Work a little different.
So if you had an idea, next week we're gonna come in here Monday, 22nd. We'll come in here Tuesday the 23rd. Mm-hmm. That's it for the week.
That's it for the week.
And then we come back on the 29th.
That's it for the week.
Hey, y'all, listen, if the banks are closed, put me on one, please. If the banks are closed, we close. But
enjoy your Commanders game.
But what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to find time to record a little content and just hand it to you and just let you, you know what I mean? So y'all might have something, but I might be wearing this next week. So don't call me trifling. Brian, got some things I wanted to talk to you about. I wanted to talk about roster dynamics.
Okay.
I heard you say on a couple platforms yesterday.
Yeah.
You said that it's likely Dak's not going to be playing in that last game of the season.
I would like to think so.
Why not the last two games?
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with on Saturday that Philadelphia loses to the Commanders. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then you're in a mode where you have to play. If Philadelphia clinches this thing Saturday and you're going into Sunday, you're going to try and win the game. You're going to try and win that game you're going to try and beat the Chargers. You know, Shotty's a first-time head coach, as we all know. It's a little bit different when your record is like a losing record. Yeah. He's going to try and get this thing to 500.
8-8 is different.
Or above. Yeah. That's what Jason Garrett always did.
8-8-1 is better than 6-10.
Absolutely. Always better than that. You know, but to the drafter in me, you know, I would soon them not win any of these games. Now that they're basically eliminated from this thing, but if somehow, some way the Commanders beat Philadelphia on Saturday, they got to keep playing. Mm-hmm. But, you know, if Philadelphia wins, there's no reason to expose Dak Prescott to that field in Washington.
And you get a Pat Mahomes situation.
Yeah, or that field late in the season at the Meadowlands, at the MetLife. Yeah. Come on, man.
That's got to suck for them.
No, hell no. Go play, you know, just play the guys you need to play and, you know, fight for another day.
Now, Brian, the Cowboys only have 2 IR designated to return activations left.
Yeah.
People thought that it would be Trevon Diggs coming back and maybe like one other.
Boy, I'm having my doubts about that one.
And I'll never be told you so, guy. Not at home. Not around company. I'm not going to be told you so. You know what I'm saying? Not told you so, guy, but told y'all so, guy. Brian, the Cowboys.
Let me ask you this: when did you think that it wasn't coming back?
When
did you think that? What made you so sure that he was not going to come back?
Trevon Diggs could have came back November 23rd for the Eagles game.
Yeah.
Your Cowboy corners have been terrible.
Yeah.
And they say, well, he's not ready. I say, on top of all the other nonsense that come along with Diggs, the concussion that lasted a while. I thought his knee was hurt, Brian.
Yeah.
His damn hip, he on here with a hip, Brian.
Well, Scott Agolnick sent something out that was wrong, that it was another injury from another player that bleeded in, and then Scott re-sent it out. I thought the same thing yesterday. Mm-hmm. But we got a correction that it's knee only that he's on for, not the hip.
Yeah. Brian. And you know that span of 3 big games, Philadelphia, Kansas City, Detroit.
Needed him.
You needed that dude.
That's fair.
You needed that guy.
That's fair.
And you know, Shotty just been standing on business for the most part. But you know what I'm saying? It's just why not bring that guy back when you need him? Why not bring that dude back when you need him? You know what I'm saying? And I said on the break like a couple weeks ago after that Detroit game, I was like, man, I hope Diggs got a good attitude when he comes back.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't, I don't think he's going to be a part of this thing.
Sure. Okay.
So you got 2 roster activations.
Right.
one of them would have been Trevon Diggs, and you had like one other to mess around with.
Right.
Josh Butler don't count as one.
Does not count.
I'm looking at your injury report, Bryan Broaddus. Looking at your injury report there, Bryan Broaddus. Peyton Turner, who's on your injury report now, limited with ribs. That's a long rib injury, but what?
Boy, he's had a rib injury since training camp, right?
Yeah. But Peyton Turner looks like he's going to be activated at some point.
Could be. Yeah.
That's one.
Yeah.
Like I said, Josh Butler going to be coming back too, but that don't count as one. Phil Maffa's also on your injury report.
Could be.
With a shoulder.
Yeah.
It's a long shoulder, but it is what it is, Bryan Broaddus.
Yeah.
He looks like they're prepping him and Peyton Turner to come back.
Yeah.
That'll be two of your IR designated to return spots.
Right.
Diggs not playing will send him back to IR.
For good.
For good. For the rest of the season.
Right.
It'll be fair to say that it's probably a wrap for Diggs in Dallas, Brian. And seeing, and because we just opened up the show talking about injuries, that's just what we do here.
Yeah.
Looking at the injury report, seeing Maffa and Turner
coming back,
it kind of lets you know that
to me, this is where I think they're at. They're going to try and play this game against the Chargers and find a way to win. And like we talked about earlier, it could be a situation where if in fact Philadelphia loses, you got to play to try and win. Philadelphia wins, it's over. It's a hat and T-shirt game for them. So if that's the case, you play this game, you go into it, you have Dak, you have Williams, you have all your guys.
Yeah.
The next week, when you start to talk about activating, and let's remember that Williams hurt his shoulder in the Minnesota game, that he was out of the game for a part of that because of an injury to his shoulder.
Sure.
So to me, there's no way in hell that if they sit Williams to get Maffa on, that you're playing Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
You're going to play Davis.
Because you ain't getting Dak hurt.
Hell no.
Some running back.
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely not. If you activate Maffa, it's probably to get Williams down. And so you're going to go with Davis and Maffa and Hunter Lipke.
Yeah.
Probably would be your three backs you would go with. But if you bring him back, there's just no way. You're not going to play. You're going to play Dak in that situation, and you shouldn't. Not on that terrible ass field there in Washington, where the grass it's chopped up. There's no reason to play on that if you're not playing for anything. There's a lot of guys that shouldn't probably play that game if they have to, But they'll try and win it. I've sat in that chair, Voch. Yeah. I've sat in that chair. You try and win them all. You sign up for 17. You try and win them all. But in the big picture thing, if Philadelphia clinches this thing Saturday, you need to lose them all if you're thinking big picture.
Yeah. Because big picture, I just had Tankathon conveniently pulled up, Brian. I ain't saying that,
Yeah.
I ain't rooting for this or nothing like that. But I just got Tankathon pulled up. Cowboys currently drafting at 14 overall, and you're better than all the 6-win teams.
Yeah.
It's interesting because some of the teams under you, the three 6-win teams that are under you are like Miami, Kansas City, and Minnesota.
Yeah.
Minnesota could win another game.
Minnesota can win some.
Minnesota, their last 2 games are like last 3 games, Giants, Detroit, and Green Bay. All right, they may win one.
Yeah.
But besides that, Pat Mahomes is out for the year for the Chiefs, and Tua is benched at Miami or whatever. So the most I can see your draft position climbing, unless you just going to play the Joe Milton is losing more games than J.J. McCarthy race, I think the highest you're going to end up being is like 14, 15. The lowest you can get is like 10 or 11. You know what I mean? So it's right up in that range a little bit. I think, at this point, it's not about the losing for the draft pick. I just want Dak to come back next year with no
that's
the biggest part for me.
See, I got on my station got called out for the worst take of the week.
First of all, who called you out on it?
The station, the guys on the station I work with.
Okay,
because
your broadcast part.
Fred Davis, who is a huge Kansas City Chiefs fan, Kansas City was acting like they were still playing for something, when in actuality their team was not good enough.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why would you risk Mahomes out there? Second week in the second week. I mean, they lose the game. It's now you're in a mode right now where you're sitting there going, okay, Why you playing this thing? Why you going to play Mahomes?
7-loss team at the time, 6-7 at the time.
Yeah, why you playing? And now the guy's hurt. It's not a told you so thing.
Yeah.
It's just you're trying to prevent things from happening.
Sure.
You don't know when somebody's going to dive into the back of your quarterback's legs.
In these meaningless games.
Yeah.
With 4 offensive linemen.
We argue about guys playing in preseason games.
Yeah.
And now with these regular season games that absolutely mean nothing to you?
With 4 offensive linemen hurt, by the way.
That's my argument.
That's the big part.
You were going to play against the Houston Texans.
That's crazy.
With 4 offensive linemen down and Pat Mahomes.
The best pass rush first. Yeah.
That's why I said, that's why they said, oh, it's a terrible take. No, I'm just thinking Pat Mahomes against that Houston pass rush, that Houston defense is one of the best defenses in the league.
Yeah.
And you want to risk that? Just happen the next week. Listen, I don't mean to be a scared guy, but I'm a scared guy. You got Dak, get Dak through this thing and then live to fight another day in 26.
It ain't scaring me at all, Brian.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You did well. Shouts out to you.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Brian, man.
Worst take of the week.
Don't worry about it. Going into this thing, Brian, you had some questions for me. You was just kind of curious.
I do.
About some things, Brian. Let me just pick your brain for a second, see what the business is, Brian. Go ahead. Give me one of your best ones.
Yeah, I'll give you one of my best ones here, Voch.
Yes, sir.
And we could circle back about these Chargers. Their defense is good.
For sure.
Has Aaron White Cotton lived up to the billing as a defensive line coach? Man, we were so happy.
Mm-hmm.
So happy. I'm not saying he's a bad coach, but are you seeing it from this front? I'm seeing it because the front has some talent to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about the defensive tackles. And I'm sure that Quentin Williams will tell you he's excited and all that, but have we really seen the absolute best from this defensive line with Aaron White Cotton as its coach?
I don't want to grade your ability of a coach on your bestest guys. I want to grade your ability as a coach from your worstest guys.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? Quentin Williams make me look good as a damn D-line coach.
Oh,
you feel me?
I feel you.
Quentin Williams make me look good as a D-line coach. And, you may want to look at it and be like, well, Brian Donovan Ezraku is much better of a run defender than we thought he was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Clowney was an addition, but Clowney was going to do what he was going to do. What have you done to kind of elevate Sam?
Exactly.
What have you done for like Dante Fowler or something? If anything, I think Sam and Dante got worse.
Yeah.
I think Sam and Dante got worse. I can make an argument Osa got a little worse too. Osa's gotten cool because Quentin's here and all that, and he got help around him. But this was supposed to be a year. Think about in the preseason.
Yeah.
When Kenny and Quentin were not here. Kenny Clark and Quentin Williams were not here.
Yeah.
We were saying Solomon Thomas and Perion Winfrey
were
having better camps than Oso Digizul.
Right.
We were saying that.
Absolutely were.
You know what I'm saying? So to your point, no, I don't think White Cotton's done enough, Brian. I don't think Aaron White Cotton's done enough.
See, that's the problem I have.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem I have. It was a big sell.
Yeah.
It was a big, oh man, guy, hey, listen, we'll see. Yeah. We'll see in a year. I mean, I think there's some things. I agree with you. I think there's some guys that haven't gotten better.
Sure.
You're right about Sam Williams. You're right about Fowler. Fowler was a 10-sack guy, and all of a sudden
10.5 sacks, and now he can barely. Now he can barely get pressure. He's barely on the field now. He's barely on the field now. Yeah.
Houston.
I'm looking at the roster right here, man. Jay Toia, Perion Winfrey, Solomon Thomas, Kenny Clark. We can argue, man. Once these guys get there, like you see a little impact when they first get there, man. But they kind of fall. Is that a fluke or is that a White Cotton thing?
I'm talking about because you could talk about some of the problems they're having at linebacker.
Yeah,
you could pin those on Flus.
Sure.
You could pin those on. I just wonder if
Sam and Fowler are the one that
I just wonder if there's some guys getting a little cover because of we're really not, but in actuality, I would say the defensive line has been a disappointment.
I would say this, Brian. If Flus ends up being fired, I kind of want them to clean house on the whole.
Sure.
Defensive staff.
Oh, sure.
Linebackers, none of them look good this year.
Sure.
None of the DBs look good this year. The staff, the D tackles, the ends, all that look bad.
Yeah.
If they want, I want them to clean house on that, Brian. But go ahead. That's an LSU hat.
That's an LSU hat.
Damn, I just know. Hey, put Bryan on the young man. That joint.
Tiger Paw L.
That joint with the rope joint on it. That joint hard, Bryan.
My son got me into that. I'm trying to be a young guy. Old guy being a young guy.
That's how it been. Go ahead, please. Hit me with it.
Here's your question. Biggest defensive mistake. Thank you for noticing my attire. Appreciate you doing that.
All right, bro.
The biggest defensive mistake. Matt Eberflus not adapting to his personnel or the players not adapting to him.
I don't think you can tell a lion how to be a dolphin. You know what I'm saying? Hey, come on now. Hey, come on now. Hey, come on now. Hey, you can't tell a damn lion how to be a dolphin.
Sure.
If you was operating a zoo.
Yeah. I'd be a terrible zookeeper.
If you was operating,
I watch a lot of videos on those animals. It's not.
You was the manager at the zoo, Bryan.
Yeah, I'd be a terrible manager.
You don't put the lions in the damn aquatic section. You don't do that.
Well, of course you don't do that.
You do what fits them.
Yeah.
You do what
Boy,
fits them.
Boy, you're covering for these players now.
Nah, Bryan. I think.
And I'm not. No. Listen, I am on board with you about Eberflus.
Here's my arrogance, bro.
But man, how about some like play? How about that?
Here's my arrogance, Bryan.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm a better draft evaluator than a lot of dudes that work in the National Football League. That might be arrogant. It might be arrogant for me to say, Bryan.
What is it? Your line? Teams suck at draft.
Suck at this, bro. I don't know how people get these damn jobs.
Yeah.
I don't know how people get these. Oh, I went to school with your son. You want to come work for me? I don't know how people get these damn. You know what I'm saying? I could arrogantly.
You're not wrong.
I can arrogantly say, and because it's on the internet.
Yeah.
My paperwork good, man.
Yeah.
Put my resume on the internet versus who these teams really draft.
Yeah.
Bryan, as a talent evaluator. If I got a cornerback room full of Deron Bland, Savon Rivell, Kalen Carson.
But shouldn't they be good enough? Shouldn't they be good enough?
Here's my problem.
If you've evaluated them, shouldn't they be good enough to adapt?
I think your coordinator should be good enough to adapt.
Dak
Prescott's phenomenal. I'm not finna run a lot of read option with him. You don't put lions in the tank with dolphins, Bryan. And Flus in there just we need our lions to be able to swim. The kind of zoo we're operating here, we need our lions to be able to swim. We need our dolphins to be able to climb trees.
So the biggest defensive mistake they made was
Flus thinking that he can make them dudes do his scheme. Okay. I keep giving Dan Quinn credit, man. Yeah. Dan Quinn is a cover 3 guy. His Legion of Boom was a cover 3 operation, Bryan Broaddus. And he came up in Dallas and said, man, I ain't got no cover 3 people.
Yeah.
Honestly, Bryan, since we kind of work in the building and we hear the rumors, Dan Quinn say, man, these people ain't smart. Bryan, we keeping the buck here, man.
Yeah.
Bryan said these people ain't smart, dog.
No.
So I'm not finna come up here and run this complex scheme with not smart people. We fast.
Mm-hmm.
We strong.
Mm-hmm.
We could be aggressive. Let's run a scheme that fits that. Quinn didn't come in here talking about let's run a smart scheme.
Yeah.
Blue's trying to run a smart scheme. I don't know what he's trying. I don't know nothing about the people.
Yeah.
But it ain't smart, Bryan. But it'll be very smart of you if you tap in with Ownwell. Bryan Broaddus gonna tell you about it.
Folks, tax season is just around the corner, and that property tax bill your county's about to drop on you, you do not have to eat that. Ownwell will fight it for you in about 3 minutes, no upfront cost, nothing out of pocket. They handle the whole process, the paperwork, the appeal, even a hearing if it goes that far. Most people end up getting their value lowered and save around $1,100. It's a no-win, no-fee deal. If they don't save you money, you don't pay. Once you're in, they keep checking every year so the savings can stack up season after season. Do us a solid, scan the code or click the link in the description. That supports this show, and you'll get a free saving estimate in just minutes. Ownwell keeps it simple. Less stress, lower tax bill, more money back. Everybody wins. Make sure you tell them Bryan sent you.
Damn, well, I can sure say some of that money, man. I ain't lying to you. Bryan, anyway, why don't you hit us with the Ownwell question of the day, sir? What else you got?
How about this one, Voch?
Yes, sir.
Am I going to get another, SeaWorld reference here on my question?
You might. You might.
Am I gonna get petting zoo reference here?
Bryan, you never know coming from me.
Yeah,
you never know. I want your two best questions. We're gonna talk about the charge for 5 minutes, then we're gonna wrap up. But go ahead, please. Give me one of your best ones for the Ownwell.
The Ownwell question of the day.
Yes, sir.
Have these offensive coaches let George Pickens down the last 2 games?
Here's what I'll say, Bryan. And a lot of people feel like I'm not critical enough of the offensive operation. I just think it's hard.
I'm giving you a chance now.
I just think it's tough when your defensive operation is so terrible. What I would love for the Cowboys to do with Pickens, and maybe Shotty just got to adjust to this over time, Dak and all those guys, is I don't want the defense to be able to dictate what we do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When we look at GP, me and you talked about it on our film session previously this week that we broke down. Scout side.
By the way, that was really good session of like explaining how and why.
Yeah.
People, if you haven't seen that one, go back and watch that one.
Appreciate you, sir. Maybe Shotty's next level of evolution is to go, all right, if they're going to do this to GP, I'm going to start motioning GP to the other side.
Yeah.
I may start GP and CD on one side because we're not good with that.
Right.
I may start GP and CD on one side and shift and bring them to the other side. Just as much as a defense is making the offense think. And I just learned this when I went to football school. I was done playing football and I was trying to be a young offense coordinator in here, and I realized that they didn't make a lot of money and ended up being a YouTuber. But for every reaction that they have to us, we can give them one back. You know what I'm saying? So if you get us one play, then fine. I hope your corner's on the other side ready for this.
Yeah.
Because if you went through this whole day knowing that George Pickens lines up as the lone receiver to the left side of the field, I don't want to give you that same look every day.
Yeah.
I'll put Pickens in the damn backfield.
Yeah.
And motion them out and then make y'all react to it. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to tell me if you really in man or not. So all this disguising you doing, it's ways as an offensive play caller that I can expose you for who you are. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying I'm better than Flores because you got to go out there and do it on the fly.
Right.
But from an X's and O's standpoint, prior to even going on the field, Shotty can have it in his mind and go, all right, just as much as they making it difficult for us, we can use movement to make it difficult for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But they ain't doing that.
They're not. They're not.
So they're not helping him.
And with the Cowboys being at home, they had a lot of opportunities
to
have a full play clock.
Sure they did.
And communication. They had that opportunity.
Yeah.
The Cowboys just didn't get a chance to do it, but I got enough faith in Shotty that he saw that and said, hey, we got to get better at this. But no, these last few games when they're kind of taking GP away.
Yeah.
The Lions game, I let that one slide. But when you see it in the Lions game, you got to go, all right, they can't do this in the Vikings game.
Right.
Oh, they can't do this in the Chargers game.
Which you broke down and you showed, hey, we're going to play the corner on the outside. Oh, we're going to put the linebacker here. Oh, wait, just funnel everything inside.
Sure. And don't get me wrong, if your philosophy is you putting 3 sets of eyes on GP and CeeDee Lamb gets 100 yards and a half, fine.
Yeah.
Because if CeeDee Lamb kept playing, CeeDee might have had, like 200 yards or something?
Sure.
It was just whatever. I'm talking about Lions right now.
Right.
If that's your game plan and our real number one is wide open, then we just going to win through CD.
Yeah.
I think if Williams didn't get hurt, you probably would have just ran the ball and won the game through CD and Flo. Yeah. But I would like for Shotty to keep GP involved because GP can, do some stuff for it. Or just throw the ball deep. Just throw it to him. Just let's see what happens. Could get a PI.
My final question here on my list for you.
Yes, sir. Good question, by the way.
Thank you. Give me a position you would spend the most money on in free agency right now.
I'll even give you a name because it ain't tampering over here.
No, you and I can't tamper over at other place.
I'll go get Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah.
If he's going to be free, I know he's 1 year, so he'll be a free agent.
Yeah, he will be.
The Bengals or whatever. I'm sending a big amount of money to Trey Hendrickson. Like I'll make sure GP got his money. And there's an argument to be made. Like if you got $40 million free, do you bring in 4 $10 million players?
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Which they would probably think about.
They'll probably more than likely try to do that. In which I don't hate that because you get more guys for the defense. Right. But if I had to spend a stupid amount of money, I would rather spend the $30 million on Hendrickson maybe get like another cool player for $10 million.
Sure.
And I just vet minimum the rest of them boys because I feel like your defense is a pass rusher away.
Yeah,
it's a pass rusher away, and teams will find a way to
even with all the Eberflus.
No,
questions you have.
I'm praying.
Oh, you're
banking.
You're banking that there's going to be a change.
I'm praying to the good football Lord that Flu's going to be out here.
Okay.
I'm praying to the football Lord.
So you're saying next guy, that's
Wink Martindale gets to come in here with 3 top-tier defensive tackles, Trey Hendrickson at edge, Donovan Ezerako on the other side. We can keep James Houston if you want to,
right?
And just fill in. You can call Carl Lawson back, type guys like that. You can just bring in, play for cheap, and just do your thing. And I would hope that we and look, spend that $10 million on like a nickel corner or something, and just draft some dudes. And honestly, like you'll have some more money because man, look, Sam ain't coming back, Diggs ain't coming back, Terrence Steele ain't coming back. You know what I'm saying? Some of these guys that's on the roster.
They'll flip some switches.
You got money.
Dak, Smith.
You have money.
Yeah.
And it's interesting if you listen to Jerry's last interview he was on with Sean RJ and Bobby. Jerry was like, "Hey man, we can hit some buttons and have some money."
Yeah. Oh yeah, they can.
We can have
absolutely,
some money
absolutely
to kind of do some stuff. Yeah. But if it's up to me, I want a top tier pass rusher to go along with my top tier interior guys. I believe Quentin Williams is one of the best pressure getting tackles since he got traded to the Cowboys. I just saw that stat on my little notepad today. So you pair that Quentin Williams pass rush. I think Kenny Clark's still leading your team in pressures. You add Trey Hendrickson in the year 2 Donovan Ezerako. Your D line looks straight.
Yeah,
your damn D line look from a run defense standpoint and pass rushing, keeping the buck. You know what I'm saying?
So then that's going to make you. It's going to make you draft likely or look at.
I got to go
a linebacker and a corner.
Linebacker and corner, or corner and safety for me.
Okay.
Pardon me, corner and Caleb Downs.
Okay. And this is going to be one of those drafts where you don't worry about positional value. I'm with you on that.
If it ends up being running back and safety, I'm chill.
Yeah, come on, man. Just get the best damn players.
Because you think, let's just be fair here. Javonte Williams is like good here.
Yeah.
Javonte ain't no world beater though.
No.
I still wake up every day and be like, boy, imagine Jeremiah Love in this system.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I'm with you on that.
Imagine how much better your offense would be if like I love to just make this example, and it's crazy because shit be coming to fruition. I was like, just take Quentin Williams and just drop him on Dallas sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Take this Cowboys offense and just drop Bijan in it, or just drop a Christian McCaffrey in there. Just a dude that could take pressure off the whole offense by just running it. Clayton Adams' system, this offensive line that you really ain't got to touch. I could live with Nate Thomas at right. Let me get back my spot. I could live with Nate Thomas at right tackle if the pass rush and you got a top tier running back just doing your thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think you're right about spending the money on the edge.
Yeah.
You know, even though that like the draft is probably going to tell us there's some guys there, but
because Brian, I'll tell you what. Think about the Packers.
That guy's proven, right?
For sure, Henderson's proven.
Yeah.
Think about the Packers. We about to play the Chargers.
Yeah.
Think about the Lions and the Vikings. We're playing teams that ain't got great corners, but they play well because the pass rush is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give me a ridiculous pass rush, and I might be able to live with Revel, Carson, and Bland. You know,
that's probably why you're going to lose this game this weekend, is because you don't have
because we can't rush the passer.
You can't rush the passer.
Right. Let's talk 5 minutes.
Yeah.
about the Chargers defense here.
Yeah.
Let me pull these names up. I ain't gonna hold you long, Brian. I think you can run the ball against them. I think that's just one of your superpowers versus theirs. I think if you end up having to throw the ball, there's some pass rush stuff you have to worry about.
Yes, you do.
Khalil Mack is there, but I don't even think he the guy that's going to beat your ass for real. Tuli Tuipulotu been the one.
He will beat you.
He
will beat your ass. He will.
If you remember our rookie from Oregon there, Jamari Caldwell, the 330-pound nose that moves real good.
He sure does.
He'll go out there and do his thing and try to be big in the middle. But I think you'll be able to get him off the football there if you decide to run the ball there. Like I said earlier, if you're gonna go after some of these corners, I see them line up in some nickel looks, and Derwin James is like the down guy. He's good versus the run. He's good versus the pass and all that. But if I'm gonna throw the ball, it's always been St. Juice and Cam Hart that can get picked on a little bit. Bryan, if you can block them up front, I think you could take advantage of their corners, especially with the idea that you have the receivers that you have.
Yeah.
I think the Cowboys will be able to put points up on the Chargers. Maybe not a stupid amount of points, but I do think you're going to be able to put points up on them. It's just, can you put up enough points to keep up with the points that they're going to put up on your defense? That's where I think the matchup.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right about this defense. I think Oweh's another guy that you have to worry about, though. But everybody kind of talks about Mac, and they've got some legitimate pass rushers on this team. I'll tell you another thing too. When you watch them, I went back and watched like all their turnovers that they created, the interceptions. I have yet to see a team that is in better position and gets more deflections that end up to be interceptions.
They're always around the football.
They're there for an overthrow. Yep. They're there for a play behind a guy and then tip the ball in the air, deflections. These guys do a great job when it comes to turning the ball over that way. So I think it's going to be. I think I agree with you about the running aspect of this thing. Yep. I think if Dallas, if they turn this into a passing game, just Dak, be sure where you're going with the ball, because there's times I've seen this opponents where they run the slants on them and then they drive on it, balls in the air. Yeah. Next thing you know, it's picked. But they do a really, really nice job with it overall, though. But like you said, the metrics will tell you, just to go through the numbers real quick. They're going to get you're going to get nickel about 55% of the time. This team plays the second most dime, so you're going to see some 6 defensive backs on the field. So when Dallas gets in their 11 personnel stuff, they're going to play you probably with some dime stuff. You're going to get a lot of zone, more than that the man. You're going to get the split safety more than the single high. Mm-hmm. Remember last week you played a team that was a really, really, really big when it came to how the depth that you played off or on. Yeah. The Vikings super tight on you, like 5 yards of depth on the outside. The Chargers allow the second most space on the outside. So that might bode well for the Cowboys receivers in this game.
The Cowboys got to be first then, right?
Yeah. Just not naturally. But yeah, these guys, again, last week you played a team that blitzes so much. Now you're playing against a team that blitzes the second least amount in the league, but they get the second most pressures when rushing 5. So they're going to bring their rushers, and they're going to create pressures. They just don't do it all the time. So it's going to be a big challenge defensively. These guys don't give up a lot of points, but the problem is, you could get in a game with these guys where you can go toe to toe with them. Yeah. Your offense will be challenged here. I just have a feeling that their offense won't be as challenged as much on the defense. And that'll probably be the difference in this football game.
Yeah, Cowboys defense don't have the superpowers to deal with those guys.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have to deal with this Chargers defense in a shootout.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I always talk about game flow. I'm sure people sick of me saying game flow.
Yeah.
But if the game is close, then you have the ability to run the football. If you have a bad first drive on offense, Chargers go up 14, it's going to be a long day for you.
Yep, I think so too.
It's going to be a long day for you. Hey, man, we ain't want to talk about the Chargers all day, man. We just wanted to come in and chat with y'all. We got some more draft content coming. After we get through this break, we're going to start saying names.
Yeah.
We're going to start saying names, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to start talking about your LSU corner to get his hands on all the footballs there. I'm going to talk about your
Delane?
Yeah, man, I'm going to talk about your linebackers over there at Ohio State. We're going to start playing a little bit of this or that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're going to start chatting about these linebackers, talking about your national media people that's overrating them a little bit. We're going to start calling names soon. So, today's Thursday. Tomorrow we have a full draft episode. We ain't saying names, but it's a philosophical type Cowboy draft episode. Yeah. I'm sure y'all will enjoy that. And, we'll be in the comments chatting with you, tic-tacking with you. And then we'll come back Monday and Tuesday, do a little something. And after that, you know what I'm saying? There'll be 2 games in the books. Me and Bryan gonna start reading some scouting reports.
Yeah, I agree.
And that'll be fun. Appreciate our good friends at Ownwell, man. We love them to pieces, man. Go up there and tap in with them. Make sure that they know that Bryan and Voch Lombardi from the Doin Alright Crown Globe Media Podcast sent you. All right. But go to our website, crownglobalmedia.com. That's where you find everything. The merch. You can't get that hat at Crown Global Media. You're going to have to know somebody at LSU, boy. But you can get that tumbler, though, with the Doin Alright logo on there. And you can find the audio over there. You can find the videos over there. You can find my videos over there. You can find the socials. Don't tap in with Brian's just yet. But the Crown Global socials and the Voch Lombardi socials. That's Bryan Broaddus. I'm VOCHLOMBARDI. We'll catch y'all next time. Crown.